In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about how to swipe to remove items in your recycle view. So we'll pretty much implement the swipe to remove items, because in my previous lectures we just implemented the click, and also we separated so we supported two different item view types, right, in our recycle view. So now we will learn how to swipe to remove items. So as you know that there are different possible mechanism to achieve deleting of items in your recycle view. Like for example, you can add a fixed delete button here, so whenever you click you can delete it, delete the items, or you can swipe to delete, or you can long press this item and select the item and then tap a delete button. Okay, so you can delete item in a recycle view by different mechanisms, but we are gonna focus on swiping to remove items because it's more it looks more from the user experience point of view much better, right? So so we have to always start by adding a delete deletion functionality in our adapter. So the adapter is responsible for deleting the item, so we have to add uh, a function which helps us to remove the items. So it's a very simple, the simplest way is to also add a function, and provide the position of the item, and then update the adapter, right? Like so similarly, we when we set the data, so will use the similar mechanisms to delete. Okay, so it's a remove item, we pass the position, and then what we will do, data list, we remove item at this position, and then we have to notify dataset, notify item removed, and pass the position, so that the adapter will be notified that this position item is being removed from the list, right? So yeah, so this is the one of the simplest way. Obviously no, be careful that we have to also notify the items being removed once we remove the data item at the data set. So next we need to define a swipe gesture detection. Okay, this is done by utilizing the item touch helper, which handles certain touch events, namely dragging and swiping, so by reporting them to us through a callback. So we handle this callback by implementing item touch helper dot callback. Also recycle view provides item touch helper dot simple callback, which takes away a lot of boilerplate code. So we want to respond to swipe gestures by but ignore move gestures, right? So more specifically, we want to respond to swipe to the right. So moving is used to reorder items, which is beyond the scope of I'm not gonna in this tutorial, it's beyond the scope of this tutorial that I'm gonna do, because I'm just gonna focus only on the swiping, not the reordering or arranging your the items in our recycle view. We can also do that. Okay, so so we will just implement our swipe to delete callback. Okay, so let's implement our swipe to delete callback. Okay, so okay, so let me inside my adapter, let me create a inner class which is swipe to delete callback, which will obviously use the item touch helper simple callback. As I told you, like this will remove a lot of boilerplate codes, and item helper dot left or you can either swipe to left or right, right? And what else? Obviously we have to implement our the members. So on move, on swipe, right? On move we will not do anything on the move because it's beyond the scope of this tutorial that I'm doing. So it is gonna return false, so it's not gonna move, but we are gonna implement. This is our the focus of the tutorial, that is on swiped, right? And swipe to delete, right? And we get the position view holder dot adapter position, then remove item, the method that we have recently written, and it's gonna on swipe, it's gonna pretty much remove the item and notify the adapter, right? So pretty simple. And okay, so okay, let me see. Because our implementation is tightly coupled to our adapter and its view type, we can comfortably define it in a, as you can see, we have defined it in our class, because our implementation is tightly coupled to our adapter. It's pretty much focused on the adapter, right? So list item, so we can pretty much set this callback in our inner class, right? And the benefit we gain is the ability to directly call methods on the adapter. So that's the benefits, you know. We are pretty much directly calling the methods of the adapter. That's why we have created this swipe to delete callback as our inner class. So obviously we are returning on move to false. That's I already have described, because we are not gonna focus, it's beyond the scope of this tutorial. And so okay, so we also need to tell item touch helper which item can be swiped. Okay, so for that we have to implement this we have to implement this callback. This callback will pretty much tells item touch helper which items can be swiped. Okay, so we override this method, and then the function is called when a user is about to start a drag or swipe gesture. So item touch helper expect us to return the valid gestures for the provided view holder. Okay, so we check the view holder class, and if the cat view holder we want to allow swiping, otherwise we do not, right? If you want if it is a cat view holder, then we will allow swiping, otherwise will not. It means, like, if you see that our recycle view is recycled with two item view types, which is this is a title item view type, and this is a cat item view type. So if it is a cat view holder, it's not a title view holder. Like, if it is a cat view holder, then we allow it to swipe, otherwise we don't delete the title, right? So we do not allow to swipe the title. So this is the main focus, which is okay. So note that we will define the rules for action state idle, which is a starting state of the gesture. This allows a gesture to start from the left to right. So we then combine it using OR with the action state swipe flag, allowing the ongoing gestures to swipe left or right. Okay, so returning 0 means neither swiping nor moving will occur for the provided view holder. Okay, so if you return 0, so this means none of the thing is possible, like nor swiping nor moving, right? So we have the So once the swiping action is completed, on swiped will be called, right? So once the swiping on swiped will be called once only after you swipe, you have swiped the item. So okay, so let's go and also implement this get movement flag. This movement flag will pretty return if as I told you, if there is a condition, if item touch helper is action state idle, or item sorry, first is like we have to check if it is a cat view holder, right? If view holder is a cat view holder, we do something, right? Otherwise obviously we pass 0, that means nothing is gonna happen. So 0 means neither swiping nor neither swiping nor moving will occur. Okay, and so first we have to check if it is a view holder, cat view holder, then only we will try to swipe. Okay, and then second what we have to do is obviously we have to also check okay, so let me see, we will have to make movement flags to item touch helper, action state idle, and item touch helper left, or item touch helper right, or make a move, sorry guys, or make movement flags, okay, item touch helper, action state swipe, item touch helper. We can pretty much yeah, it's the either or it's a swipe, we have to make the movement flags. Okay, so tells item touch which items can be swiped, right? So these items can be swiped, only cat view holder can be swiped, otherwise other view holders will not be, like for example in our case the title view holder will not be swiped. Okay, so this is what pretty much what we are doing here. Okay, so finally we have to plug our callback to our RecyclerView. We need to construct a new item touch helper, and okay, so let's go and let's go to our adapter, and let's plug this swipe, let's implement this swipe to delete callback. Okay, so so at top of our adapter we expose an instance of this swipe to delete callback, so we will just pretty much expose the instance. So swipe to delete callback, it's swipe to delete callback. We create this expose the instance here in the adapter. So and lastly tie it, we have to tie it together by implementing item view helper and attaching it to our recycle view. So okay, so we have to now attach it to our recycle view. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's go to our activity, and in our activity we have implemented our list item adapter, and Okay, we have also the respective layout manager. We will now create the instance of item touch helper is item touch helper. It's a list item adapter. We have the instance as you can see here. Then item touch helper we have to attach is to our recycle view. Okay, here this code actually what it does is we tie it uh, uh, try tie we tie it together by implementing the item view helper and attaching to our recycle view. So here we attach item okay item touch helper to our recycler view, right? Okay, so after that we have to after we have attached okay, let's try to run it and see if it's pretty working. Okay, let's see. Okay, seems like it's working. Yeah, we can swipe left and right, right? Previously we were not able to. And if I do click this slipper cat, no, nothing happens. You see, you can pretty much, yeah. Let me remove this team. Okay, yeah, it's pretty working pretty fine, right? Let me also remove Wilma. Yeah, it's working fine. So yeah, I think everything is working pretty fine. And okay, let me run the application again so that I will load everything again. And okay, so the final tip is, guys, sometimes there might be a simpler glitch with the items in case when you remove it with the recycle view. If you have not done, okay, let me go and see my recycle view layout. Okay, yeah, my recycle view is top. Okay, let me see. Okay, it's always better to do the layout height to be 0 dp and bottom to the parent, so it will pretty much focus on the entire, because now my items are pretty less, right? When your items are uh, pretty big, sometimes when you remove there might be some little glitch with the items, you know, so some visual glitch when your items are removed. So in this, so that's why the one of the tip I would like to give a note to you guys is always try to, when if you are implementing swipe to delete, then always make your recycle view the constraints to the bottom of brand, and the height is to the 0 dp, you know, so it will take the entire space and avoid such kind of a visual glitch. Okay, and that's it, guys. Thank you for listening, and catch you up in the next lecture. Okay, thank you, guys.